is equal to 1. Therefore, 10C0, 1 by 6 power 0, 5 by 6 the whole power 10. Plus 10C1, 1 by 6 power 1, 5 by 6 the whole power 9. Now here I am taking 5 by 6 the whole power 9 as common factor. So I will get 10C0 into 5 by 6. Then 10C1 into 1 by 6. So here what is 10C0 is 1. What is 10C1 is 10. Therefore, 5 by 6 plus 10 by 6 gives you what? 15 by 6 into 5 by 6 the whole power 9. Therefore, we can rewrite this as 5 power 9, 6 power 10 into 15. So here 6 power 9 is there, 6 power 1 is here, therefore 6 power 10. So this is the required probability. Now we will move on to another important distribution, that is Poisson distribution. So this is a second distribution. Now this Poisson distribution is based on the discrete random variable. So what is the probability mass function of this Poisson distribution, which is defined as P of x is equal to x e power minus lambda, lambda power x by factorial x. X takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. and so on. 0 otherwise. So the function is not defined when x takes the negative values. So when x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, the mass function is defined as e power minus lambda, lambda power x by factorial x. So here the lambda is what? Mean. So here the variance is also lambda. So what is lambda value is defined as n into p. So here mean is equal to what? Variance. So in Poisson distribution, mean is equal to variance. Now we will move to the next concept, that is difference between Poisson distribution and binomial distribution. Now binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. In the case of binomial distribution, n must be a smaller value. Whereas in the case of Poisson distribution, even when n is large, we can use the Poisson distribution. So even when n is small, we can use the distribution. So when n becomes a very larger value, you have to use only a Poisson distribution, but we can't use binomial distribution. So that is a major difference between binomial and Poisson. The second point is, here the probability value is very large when compared to the probability value of p in the Poisson distribution. Here p is a very smaller value. Suppose in the case of binomial distribution, if p is equal to 1 by 2 means it is 0.5. Here the probability value may be 0.001. Even if the probability value is going to be a very smaller value, we have to use only a Poisson distributions. So we can't use binomial distribution here. And moreover, the third difference is mean is greater than the variance. Here mean is equal to variance. So in the case of binomial, mean should be always greater than the variance, whereas here mean should be equal to variance. So these are the three differences between binomial distribution and Poisson distributions. So Poisson distribution is a very simplest distribution. For easy calculation we can use it rather than binomial distributions. There we have to calculate NCR, etc. So there is no need of calculating NCR value here. So even when p is small and when is large, this is the best distribution we can use it for the calculating the probability value. So here I am asking one question: under what condition a binomial distribution becomes a Poisson distribution? So the condition is n tends to infinity, which means that n is a large value. P tends to 0 means that is a very smaller value, that is lambda is equal to np. So these three conditions are put it in a single line. So this can be asked in the 1 mark question also. Example 1. In a Poisson distribution, if p of x is equal to 2 equal to p of x is equal to 3, find p of x is equal to 5. Given e power minus 3 is equal to 0.05. So since p of x is equal to 2 equal to p of x is equal to 3, so this is a given condition. So applying the Poisson distribution, e power minus lambda square by factorial 2. So here lambda is not known to us, but x value is what? 2. So here x is equal to 3, e power minus lambda power 3 by factorial 3. So what's the formula? E power minus lambda power x by factorial x. So in this case x is 2, in this case x is 3. So here e power lambda will be get cancelled. So here lambda square will be get cancelled. So there will get 1 lambda. Factorial 3 is what? 6. Factorial 2 is 2. So cancelling this will get 3. Therefore lambda becomes what? 3. So after calculating the lambda, you must go for the probability of x is equal to 5. That is e power minus 3, 3 power 5 by factorial 5. So what is e power minus 3 value is given as 0.05. 3 power 5 can be written as 3 into 3 to the power of 4. So what is 3 to the power of 4 is 81. Factorial 5 is what? 120. So therefore we can cancel this 40 times. Therefore 81 by 40, which is approximately equal to 2. Therefore 0.05 into 2 gives you what? 0.10. So what's the probability? 0.1 is the probability. Example 2. Prove that the total probability of a Poisson distribution is 1. So this is a general question. So here, what is the Poisson distribution? That is P of x is equal to x, e power minus lambda, lambda power x by factorial x. X takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. and so on. So we have to calculate the sum of all the probability values for 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. That is P of x is equal to 0, plus P of x is equal to 1, plus P of x is equal to 2, plus and so on. So for the first one, we can calculate e power minus lambda, lambda power 0 by factorial 0. Here x is 0. When x is 1, e power minus lambda, lambda power 1 by factorial 1. When x is equal to 2, e power minus lambda, lambda square by factorial 2 and so on. Now from which we can take e power minus lambda as common term, we can have 1 by 1. Because lambda power 0 is 1, factorial 0 is 1. Lambda power 1 by factorial 1, lambda square by factorial 2 and so on. So here we know the value of exponential function, that is e power x value is 1 plus x by factorial 1 plus x square by factorial 2 and so on. So this is an exponential function. Therefore this can be written as what? E power lambda. So instead of x we can have lambda. So e power minus lambda can be written as 1 by e power lambda. So e power lambda will be get cancelled, so we get 1. Therefore the sum of these probability value becomes what? 1. Example 3. Let x have a Poisson distribution with the mean 4. Find question number 1. Probability x is less than or equal to 3. Question number 2. Probability 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5. So it is given that e power minus 4 value is 0.0183. So in this problem the mean is what? 4. Therefore lambda is what? 4. So lambda is nothing but what? Mean. So what is the first question is P of x is less than or equal to 3. So less than or equal to 3 means you have to start with 0, 1, 2, 3. So you have to calculate the 4 probability values. Less than or equal to 3 means 3 also to be included. So in all the probabilities, we can take e power minus 4 as common factor. Lambda is 4. 4 power 0 by factorial 0. 4 power 1 by factorial 1. 4 power 2 by factorial 2. 4 power 3 by factorial 3 and so on. So e power minus 4. 4 power 0 is 1. 1 by 1. 4 power 1 is 4. Factorial 1 is 1. 4 square is 16, factorial 2 is 2, 4 cube is 64, factorial 3 is 6. So you can simplify this 32 by 3. So you can cancel here 8 times. So the total value becomes 13. 32 by 3 gives you what? 10.6. So what is the total value is? 23.6 into e power minus 4. So it is given that e power minus 4 value is 0.0183 into 23.6. When you multiply these two values, we will get 0.4331. So this is the required probability. Question number 2. Probability 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5. That is equal to P of x is equal to 2, P of x is equal to 3, P of x is equal to 4 and P of x is equal to 5. So here x takes the value from 2 to 5 including 2 and 5. Now we can take e power minus 4 as common factor. 4 square by factorial 2, 4 cube by factorial 3, 4 power 4 by factorial 4, 4 power 5 by factorial 5. Now from which we can take 4 square as common factor. So we'll get 1 by 2 plus 4 by 6 plus 4 square by 24 plus 4 cube by factorial 5 is what? 120. So what is 4 square is 16. 4 by 3. 4 by 6 will be reduced to 2 by 3. 4 square is 16 by 24 plus 64 by 120. Again it will be reduced from 2 by 3. Here we can reduce to what? 8 by 15. Therefore, when you add these two values, we get 4 by 3. Now taking the LCM, that is 60. So 30 plus 80 plus 32. The total value gives you what? 142. So e power minus 4 into 16 into 142 by 60. Again we can cancel 16 and 60. 4 2s are 8, 15 2s are 30. Therefore 4 into 142 gives you what? 568 divided by 15. When you simplify this, we'll get 37. So here e power minus 4 value is what? 0.0183 into 37. So when you multiply this, we'll get 0.6929. It is approximately equal to 0.693. So this is a required probability. Example 4. If the probability of a defective fuse, a manufacturing unit, is 2% in a box of 200 fuses, find the probability that exactly 4 fuses are defective. Second question, more than 3 fuses are defective. So here given that e power minus 4 is equal to 0.0183. So what is the probability of success is P is equal to 2%, that is 2 by 100. Here n is equal to what? 200. Here n is greater than, n is a very large value. So we have to calculate the lambda value first. So lambda is given by the formula is n into p. So what is n is 200. P is what? 2 by 100. So when we cancel this, we will get 4. Therefore lambda is equal to 4. Question number 1. Exactly 4 fuses are defective. That means you have to calculate the probability value of P of x is equal to 4. So here lambda is 4, x value is also 4. Therefore e power minus 4, 4 power 4 by factorial 4. E power minus 4 value is nothing but 0.0183. 4 power 4 is 256. Factorial 4 is 24. So 256 by 24 gives you what? 10.66. So when you multiply these two decimal value, we get 0.19519. It is approximately equal to 0.1952. So this is exact probability value. Question number 2. More than 3 fuses you have to calculate. That is probability x is greater than 3. So the total probability is 1. So what is opposite to x greater than 3? That is P of x is less than or equal to 3. So you have to subtract from the total probability value is 1. So P of x is less than 3 means 0, 1, 2, 3. So you have to calculate the 4 probability values, subtract from the total probability. So 1 minus, we can take e power minus 4 as common factor. 4 power 0 by factorial 0, 4 power 1 by factorial 1, 4 square by factorial 2, 4 cube by factorial 3. So here 4 power 0 is 1, factorial 0 is 1, 4 power 1 is 4, factorial 1 is 1, 4 square is 16 by 2, that is 8, 4 cube 64, 64 by 6 reduces to what? 32 by 3. So when you divide 32 by 3 we get 10.6. Here the total value becomes 32. So when you add these two values we get 23.66 into e power minus 4. Therefore what is e power minus 4 value is 0.183 into 23.66. So when you multiply these two values we will get 0.4331. So you have to subtract from the total probability 1. So we will get 0.5669. Example 5. The number of accidents in a year involving taxi drivers in a city follows a Poisson distribution with mean equal to 3. Out of 1000 taxi drivers, find approximately the number of drivers with no accident, more than 3 accidents in a year. So it is given that e power minus 3 is equal to 0.0498. So here the mean is equal to what? 3. Therefore lambda is equal to 3. So lambda is nothing but what? Mean. So question number 1, no accident. That means probability of x is equal to 0. That is e power minus 3, 3 power 0 by factorial 0. 3 power 0 is 1, factorial 0 is also 1. So we will get 0.0498. So this is a probability for getting no accident. So we want to calculate the number of taxi drivers with no accidents. So how many drivers are in the city is 1000. So no accident probability value is 0.0498. Multiply with 1000 we will get 49.8. So number of drivers cannot be a decimal value. So it is approximately equal to what? 50 taxi drivers. So 50 taxi drivers without accidents. More than 3 accidents in a year. That is probability x greater than 3. So if you want to calculate probability x greater than 3, so we can subtract 1 minus p of x is less than or equal to 3. So this is opposite for x is greater than 3. So therefore 1 minus p of x is less than or equal to 3. So you have to subtract from the total probability value, which means that we are calculating p of x is greater than 3. So p of x is less than or equal to 3 means p of x equal to 0, p of x equal to 1, p of x equal to 2 and p of x equal to 3. So here lambda is equal to 3, therefore 1 minus e power minus 3 has taken common factor. Therefore 3 power 0 by factorial 0, 3 power 1 by factorial 1 plus 3 square by factorial 2 plus 3 cube by factorial 3. So 1 minus e power minus 3 into 3 power 0 is what? 1. Factorial 0 is also 1. So 3 by 1 is 1. 9 by 2. 27 by factorial 3 is what? 6. So when you cancel this, we get 9 by 2. So when you add 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2, which gives you what? 9. So what is 4 plus 9 gives you what? 13. So 1 minus e power minus 3 into 13. So what is e power minus 3 value is? 0.0498 into 13. So they multiply these two values, we get 0.6474. When we subtract the total probability 1, we will get 0.3526. So this is the probability when p is x is greater than 3. So therefore the number of drivers is equal to the probability value into 1000. So you have already calculated the probability value is 0.3526. Into 1000 gives you what? 352.6. So the approximately 350 drivers will make more than 3 accidents in a year. Move on to the third distribution, that is called normal distribution. So normal distribution is nothing but a continuous random variable. It is based on continuous random variable. The previous distribution what we discussed about the binomial and Poisson, they are based on the continuous random variable. Whereas the normal distribution is based on continuous random variable. So the probability density function of a normal distribution is defined as f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu by sigma the whole square, where x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity. Here mu is called what? Mean of the normal distribution. And sigma is called the standard deviation. Sigma square is called what? Variance. So if you draw the graph of this particular function, the graph will be like this. So here x takes the value from minus infinity to plus infinity. X is equal to mu is the average line. This is called the average line. Now this curve is called what? Normal curve. Whereas the peak of the normal curve is what? 1 by sigma root 2 pi. So this distribution, that is this probability density function, is based on continuous random variable because x takes the value from minus infinity to plus infinity. Therefore it is uncountable number of values in x. So here the curve is called what? Normal curve or normal probability curve. The probability distribution of the normal curve is denoted by the symbol n mu sigma square. So mu is what? Mean. Sigma square is called variance. So always the normal distribution denoted by the symbol n mu sigma square. We know this is a normal curve for that particular function, probability density function PDF. So here the average line. Now this curve has got some properties. So these properties are very important properties which can be asked in the 1 mark question also. So the normal curve is a bell-shaped curve. So when you see this curve, it is a bell shape. So the normal curve is symmetrical about the line x is equal to mu. So this is a line x is equal to mu. So this curve is what symmetrical about this particular line, which means that the area under this curve and area on the left side and right side are equal. Here the mean median mode, when you calculate mean median for this probability density function, they will be one and the same. So all of them are equal. So the normal curve has only one mode. So it is called unimodal curve. Uni means only one. So it is called unimodal curve. The normal curve is also called what? Unimodal curve because it has got only one mode. So the total area under the normal curve is what? 1 square units. So the total area under this normal curve is what? 1 square unit. Why? Because integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx is equal to 1. So this is a property of the probability density function. Therefore, this 1 denotes the total probability value. So the total area under the normal curve is what? 1 square unit. The maximum value at x is equal to mu is 1 by sigma root 2 pi. So this is the maximum point, whereas this is what? Maximum value. So the skewness is what? 0. So when you see this curve, it is a curve which is symmetrical about the line x is equal to mu. The total area is what? 1 square unit. Therefore, the area under the left side is what? 0.5, whereas the right side is also what? 0.5 square units. We move on to the area property of the normal curve. So what is the probability density function is f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu by sigma the whole square. X belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity. Therefore, integral minus infinity to plus infinity, this f of x dx is equal to what? 1. Because the total probability is 1. The area under the normal curve is what? 1 square unit. Now we are assuming that x minus mu by sigma is as z. Therefore, when you differentiate this z with respect to x, dz is equal to 1 by sigma dx. Mu becomes 0, x derivative is 1, so 1 by sigma into dx. Therefore, dx is equal to sigma into dz. So when you substitute these two values in this above equation, we can have integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus 1 by 2 z square. So this is nothing but what? Z. So it becomes z square. So what is dx is sigma dz. So here sigma will be get cancelled. Therefore, x equal to minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by root 2 pi e power minus z square pi dz is also equal to 1. Now we can call this as what? Pi z dz. Now we know that z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. So what happens when x is equal to mu? So when x is equal to mu, mu minus mu becomes 0, 0 by sigma becomes 0. So when x is equal to mu, the corresponding z values becomes what? 0. Now let us move on to the value of z is equal to 1. When z takes a value 1, so 1 is equal to x minus mu by sigma. When you cross multiply this, we will get sigma plus mu is equal to what? X. When z is equal to minus 1, we will get minus 1 into x minus mu by sigma. Therefore, minus 1 sigma plus mu is equal to x. So, therefore, mu minus 1 sigma to mu plus 1 sigma f of x dx, which is nothing but z is equal to 1 to z is equal to minus 1 pi z dz. So according to the property, because this is an even function, therefore twice integral 0 to 1 pi z dz. So we know that from the normal distribution curve, the value from 0 to 1 is 0.3413, and similarly here the value is also 0.3413. So there are two different areas there which is symmetrical, therefore both the values are equal. So this area is nothing but what? Twice 0.3413. So when you multiply this, we will get 0.6826. So this value is nothing but what? 0.3413. So the right side value is also what? 0.3413. So both the values are equal because the curve is symmetrical. That is why we are multiplying with 2. So you get 0.6826. So what is the area from z is equal to minus 1 to z is equal to plus 1? This is nothing but 0.6826. From 0 to z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 1, it is 0.3413. So when z is equal to minus 2 to plus 2, pi z dz is equal to 0.4772 into twice. So when you see that from the normal distribution curve, from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 2, so the value is given as what? 0.4772. So the left side value is also the same value. Therefore, we are multiplying with 2. We will get 0.9544. Similarly, from z is equal to minus 3 to plus 3, pi z dz is equal to 0.49865. So this is from 0 to 3. We can have 0.49865. The same value on the left side also. Therefore, we are multiplying with 2, we get 0.9973. So when you see that this is a 95%, 0.44% area will be covered. Here 99.73% area is covered. So it is nearly 100%. So the total area is covered in between minus 3 to plus 3. See, one important point to be noted here. The normal distribution is the limiting form of a binomial distribution under the following conditions. So, n tends to infinity, the number of trials is infinitely a large value. So, in the case of normal distribution, n tends to what? Infinity. Here, neither p nor q is small. Neither p nor q is small. The third one is lambda tends to infinity. That means the mean value tends to what? Infinity. So these are the 3 points to be noted. The normal distribution is a limiting form of the binomial distribution. So when the binomial distribution becomes the normal distribution, under these 3 conditions, we have to see this. Now we move on to an example in the normal distribution. Example number 1. Obtain k mu sigma square of the normal distribution whose probability distribution function is given by f of x is equal to k into e power minus 2x square plus 4x, where x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity. So here you have to consider this 2x square minus 2x square plus 4x. You take that variable alone. From this we can take minus 2 as common factor. So we will get x square minus 2x. So this plus becomes what? Minus, because we have taken minus 2 outside. So we want to make this a perfect square. So we have to add and subtract 1 inside this bracket. Therefore, this becomes what? X minus 1 the whole square minus 1. When you multiply this with the 2 terms, we will get minus 2 into x minus 1 the whole square into plus 2. So substituting this in the above given function, that is f of x is equal to k into e power minus 2 into x square minus 1 the whole square plus 2. So what is a power m plus n, which is nothing but a power m into a power n. So in this way we can rewrite this as k into e power minus 2 into x minus 1 the whole square into e square, applying this formula. So e square is a constant. You combine with the k, therefore k e square e power minus 2 x minus 1 the whole square. Now we want here 1 by 2 because the density function is e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu by sigma the whole square. So we want to convert this function into this standard form. So we want to convert this into e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu by sigma the whole square. So k e square e power minus 1 by 2 into 4. So what is 1 by 2 into 4 becomes minus 2. So into x minus 1 the whole square. Now we can rewrite this 4 as 1 by 2 the whole square. So this becomes what? 4. Now we have written this function in the form of e power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu by sigma. Here therefore mu is equal to what? 1. Sigma is equal to what? 1 by 2. What about sigma square is 1 by 4. Now since k e square is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi. So substituting sigma value here, we can have k is equal to 1 by e square, sigma is 1 by 2, root 2 pi can be written as root 2 into root pi. So here one root will be get cancelled. So this root will be go to the numerator. So root 2 by e square into root pi. So this is the k value. So we know the k value, mu value as well as sigma value. Example 2. Find C, mu and sigma square of the normal distribution whose probability density function is given by f of x is equal to c e power minus x square plus 3x. X belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity. Now, we have to consider minus x square plus 3x, from which we can take minus as common factor. Therefore, we get minus x square, that is x square minus 3x. When you take minus as common factor, we get x square minus 3x. This plus 3x becomes minus 3x. Now, you have to make this as a perfect square. So, coefficient of x divided by 2 the whole square. So, divide this number by 2, square this. So, we get b square, that is 9 by 4. So, add and subtract 9 by 4 within this bracket. So, we get x square minus 3x plus 4 gives you what? X minus 3 by 2 the whole square minus 9 by 4. Again multiply with this minus sign. Minus of x minus 3 by 2 the whole square plus 9 by 4. So, substituting this value in this above density function, that is f of x is equal to c e power minus x minus 3 by 2 the whole square into e power 9 by 4. That is a power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. Therefore, this e power, if you take this e power x minus mu by, that is 3 by 2 the whole square plus 9 by 4. Therefore, c into e power minus 1 by 2 into 2. So, I multiply